So, in most industrial waste products that contain the toxic chemical XTX, the concentration of this chemical is approximately 1,000 parts per million. All right, so we're saying in more than 50% of these waste products that contain this, the concentration is okay. A federal law intended to reduce the harm that can result from the introduction of XTX into the environment permits a company to dispose of these waste products in a dump for hazardous waste. But only if, okay, so we're introducing necessary here, only if the concentration of XTX is below 500 parts per million. Okay, so we're saying that this federal law that's intended to reduce its harm will allow companies to dispose the waste products into a dump if it's below 500. So if they are allowed to dispose, that means that it is less than 500. Waste products with concentration above that level must be destroyed by incineration. The law further specifies that manufacturers may not dilute XDX containing waste products to bring their concentrations of XDX down to a permissible level for dumping. So essentially it's like, hey, we can't, like if we're at 700, you can't just like add water to it to try to
yeah, you can't just be like, oh, it's not there.
All right, so which one of the following, if true, argues the most strongly for the inclusion of the anti-dilution provisions of the law? So we're trying to say, like, what we're trying to find an answer choice that helps us strengthen that we may not dilute it. Okay, so you said C.
I don't know what I said. Yeah, I just was like,
when XTX is exposed to sunlight and oxygen, it eventually breaks down into a number of components that individually and collectively carry no risk of environmental harm. Does that strengthen the idea that we should not have people dilute their toxins? Nope. I feel like that actually, like, nope, not at all.
No.
All right, so no, perfect. So at least we know that's not it. So go ahead and start with A and tell me if you love it, leave it, hate it.
All right. If improperly incinerated, waste products containing undiluted concentrations of XTX can release into the environment a gaseous form of the chemical that is more than twice as toxic as XTX in its usual liquid state. Okay, so if it's improperly incinerated, so it's not incinerated correctly.
So do we care? But does that have anything to do with like people not diluting their stuff?
Oh no,
that's wrong right away.
Yeah. Gotcha.
We don't care about them not like handling the other process correctly. We're just trying to say like, yeah, this is why you shouldn't dilute your toxins.
Yeah.
All right, what about B?
If present in the environment in sufficient quantities, the diluted XTX is as harmful as the more concentrated XTX. Okay, so if it's presented in sufficient quantities, whatever that means, the diluted XTX is as harmful as the more concentrated XTX. So you may not dilute. Can they make the concentration? Yeah, that would strengthen it.
Yeah, because they're saying like, hey, the diluted one is just as harmful, if not more.
Yeah, and so they're like,
don't dilute it.
Not dilute it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like that's
D is also not relevant to the conclusion. Like, that's not going to help it. And then sure is the cost of diluting and disposing weight is approximately the same.
We don't care about cost.
No. Yeah.